Everyone, thank you for joining us for AEG's podcast. I am delighted that you're here, and it is my absolute pleasure to introduce you to my friend and our longstanding member, Don Lucas with Encore Trucking. Don, I'm so glad you're here.
Well, thank you, Catherine. It's good to be here. I'm really glad we're doing this. I think we've got a project that we're doing, but it's sort of related to our work. But I thought you should hear about it.
Tell us all about it.
Well, we're a specialized trucking company, and we get asked to work in all phases of the industry and all over the province. You know, oil patch, pipeline, utility, roads, residential jobs, and then the hundreds of urban tasks that keep the lights on and the water's clean. So we go everywhere and we rub shoulders with lots of people. So when we see an obvious need, we want to help out. This is a people problem, one that hides in the shadows, but it's a bad one. We started working with the abused women's group and the safe house shelters, because we found out through our work, our people, that some of these women with their children are turned away from the shelters. That's a desperate moment for someone who's probably already traumatized, possibly injured, or in pain and scared. These are innocent victims, women, helpless, confused children, and they feel so endangered, they flee the home. And having nowhere else to go, they go to the shelter. Now imagine this. The woman's shelter is so full, they have nothing to offer. They have to turn them away, back into the street, and many are forced to return back to the place they just fled. And they walk right back into that hole of fear and probably pain. And the lady is willing to take that pain, sometimes for years, to give her children a warm place, a roof over their heads. We need to help that lady, that family. We need to help them find a safe place. And when you know it, the shelter in Sherwood Park is called the Safe Place. They do great work with nothing but a few volunteers and good intentions. We started talking to the various shelters about this problem. The Safe House has the ability and some minimal funds to rent local hotel rooms and place the families for a night or two until a space opens up in their shelters. But they can't cover all their needs. We have offered to cover those costs. This is just temporary housing. Karen at Safe Place usually finds other rooms after 1 to 2 days. It's not much, but it is a gift of safety, a warm, private place, secure for the family to regroup. The rooms I saw were kitchenette style in a nice newer hotel in the park, perfect for a small family, and they cost $100 a day. How often do these desperate situations happen? Karen said it could be 3 to 4 times a month or nearly every night. The Edmonton shelters are similar or worse. We spoke to them first and found they had 0 funds for hotel placements and needed a program like this. So if we get this program going, and it is already, any overflow from Edmonton can now be referred to the park, their safe house. And they can offer housing, not just in their facility, but now a hotel room for emergency housing. So by assisting the park safe house, we were also helping families in Edmonton. It's immediate, real support to our youngest and most vulnerable by supporting one of our most effective and worthy organizations, the Women's Abuse Group. So if you can help out, could you contact Karen at Safe House? The work number is 780-464-7232. And her cell is 587-372-8525. There's not a big customer return here. No long-term cash payback. This is an investment in your heart. The Good Samaritan lending his money to the needy. Absolutely the best way to use that money you work so hard to get. And my page ran out. But we're really proud of the success of our members.
Mhm.
The Enterprise Group is a privilege to be with. And now here's a chance to use that success to help these poor families when they need it most. And one more thing, Catherine, here. Efforts just like this will make us into a healthy, caring society that we hope to become. And then there's the other side too. And we've seen this in towns that we've lived in before. Everyone's seen this. If industry doesn't do this, if we don't step in where there's these holes and help the people, the needy, the innocent, our young people, then our neighborhoods, our towns and cities will deteriorate into places no one wishes to live in anymore. Let's help these people. And that's it. That's it. Let me tell you those numbers again. It's Karen at Safe House, 780-464-7232. And her cell's 587-372-8525. The email is Karen K at asafeplace.ca. So Karen K at asafeplace.ca. And that's what we're trying to do. I phoned Karen on the 4th. We started the program on the 1st. I phoned Karen on the 4th and asked her if there had been any need. Did they use our help? And you know, I'm not looking for an accounting. She can't tell us much. I mean, it's a very private situation. But she said they'd already used it a couple of times.
Wow.
So that's great. So we helped. It worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
Good. We need more angels on the earth like you, Don. I am so glad that you saw this need, that you're making a difference and an impact on these families' lives.
There's lots of needs around. This is Alberta.
I love it. I love your modest attitude too.
Well, thank you.
Don, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for promoting this amazing organization, and a big shout out to Karen and all of her team as well. And thank you for being the most amazing AEG member.
Well, thank you. Thanks for putting this on.
Thank you.